Welcome to another episode of basically Hiking with the Honeymoon Hikers. We're 85 days away from starting our 5th through hike, and we're new to YouTube. So our first YouTube that we did, we forgot to introduce ourselves and how we got to this point, so we'd like to do that today. In 2010, we hiked the Appalachia Trail for the first time, never backpacked in our life. Started March 27th, finished September 3rd. After that, we came back, went back to Springer Mountain in September 17th of 11, and we're married. Had a hiker wedding, invited all our hiker friends back to Springer, paid a pastor $100, and we were married. So we decided 6 months from that day to through hike the AT again for our honeymoon. So we started in 12, March 17th, and we actually summited Mount Katahdin on our 1-year wedding anniversary. And that year was pretty special to us. We met some great people that have become friends with us, family. And we also are in a book that Mr. Fabulous wrote, Unlikely Through Hiker, and we're also in a movie documentary, the AT, that Squatch done. So that was a special year. And then in 14, we decided to attempt a PCT. We went out there and did the first 500 miles and decided it wasn't for us at that time, so we quit at Agua Dulce, I think it's called, and came home. So in 2015, we decided we're going to do the AT again. It called us back. But before we did, the month of May, we through hiked the Bent McKay Trail and got our trail legs. And then we decided after that, hopped on a plane, flew to Katahdin and did a SOBO of the AT. We started June 12th and finished October 17th at Springer Mountain. Then in 2016, we decided to do the Colorado Trail. This trail we highly recommend doing. It's 500 miles, Denver to Durango. We recommend if you want to through hike it, start in August, less snow. We did it, I guess, around August 1st to August 31st. And we started in Denver because you start at Mile High, and you first week it takes you gradually up to 10,000 feet. Then you stay up there the rest of the hike until you come on down into Durango. And then when we got back, we decided we'd attempt the Mountains of Sea Trail. So a week later, we started at Clingman's Dome and was going to through hike the Mountains of Sea Trail to the Outer Banks. We only made it 200 miles before my knees started bothering, and we went home and decided we'd do it at another date. Well, the next year, we went back out, started at Clingman's Dome, and through hiked the Mountains of Sea Trail the months of August and September, and started at Clingman's Dome again, and we ended up at the Outer Banks. So then in 18, we decided we want to hike the Camino. We were going to do the Frances, but a few of our hiker buddies said you might not like doing the original route. How about trying the Primitivo Norte? So we checked into that, and so that's what we did. We did the Primitivo Norte, which is you fly into Madrid, take a 7-hour bus ride over to Irún, and then the first 300 miles is along the coastline, and then 150 miles across the mountains, connect with the Frances and hike on into Santiago. Highly recommend that one as well. And then in 19, we decided to do the AT again. It called us back for a 4th time. What we did this time was we decided we'd start from Damascus, which is an hour from home, and we started on March 17th again, and we made it to Katahdin on July 1st, and we did a wraparound, is what we call it. Our friend from Chattanooga came and got us, took us back to Springer on July 5th, and we walked back to Damascus and finished, I think it was around August 3rd, to complete our 4th through hike. So then in 2020, when COVID hit, we had some things planned, but we decided not to do them. And so all we did that year was the Art Loeb Trail. It's only 30 miles, but we did it twice. And then in 2021, we did the Foothills Trail. We hiked it. We highly recommend it. Half of that trail is pretty challenging. It's the South Carolina long distance trail, roughly 80 miles. Highly recommend that, definitely. Like I said, we're starting April the 2nd. Our next 2 videos, what we're going to touch on, the first one might be on either shelter camping, tent camping, hammock camping, pros and cons of both that we've experienced over our 4 through hikes. And then the other one's going to be on the hostels that we stayed at in the 4 years that you must stay at. They're the ones that we really had a great time at. And we're also going to sit down and discuss what town we liked in each state that we really enjoyed, and we're going to mention them. So there's like must-see towns that you should visit while you're hiking the AT, because we figure that'd be helpful for people from overseas coming here, Canada, or even out west that have never seen some of these small towns. So look forward to giving you the details on those, and thank you again for joining us.